Starting in 5 seconds. Mr. Chairman, I rise to join my colleagues on this side in supporting the motion of thanks to the President for having delivered this address to the joint session of the both houses. In a way, the address has become now a stale matter because after the address we have come to know about the railway budget as well as the economic survey and the performance of this government, and yesterday we had also the budget before this house. From one point of view, the address which was presented to the House was journal, and in that several details have been further filled up by these documents in several fields. As far as last year was concerned, the performance of this government, their achievements, and their future plans have been further highlighted before this House. Every government is tested by the way in which they deal with the challenges before this country. There were mainly 2 3 challenges during the last year, according to me. It is not necessary to repeat submission regarding the first challenge about the widespread drought arising out of the natural calamity and the way in which this government had dealt with that challenging situation. We have come to know from all the documents which are before the House that 21 out of 35 rainfall subdivisions receive deficient rainfall, and there have been floods also in the northeastern region. The steps that have been taken by this government are really commendable, and from this point of view, the mention in the address and the further details which are provided to this house go to show that no other government could have done better than what they have done in this field, or even as good as what they have achieved as far as the relief to the drought affected areas and flood affected are concerned. Generally speaking, the drought always transmits its effects to other fields of the garments also. Accordingly, slowly the industrial performance was also affected. We did not reach the estimated progress, but we have already achieved and showed a good performance by showing the increase of 10% in this respect. There are several other matters regarding performance, but as my earlier speakers have already dealt with them, I would not like to repeat them within the short time available to me. I would only stress the shortcomings of the government. Firstly, as far as the industry is concerned, even though the performance is good and the achievement has been commendable, certain data were published in the economic times which are a little disturbing. They show the very disproportionate large contribution of this industrial growth by a few industrial groups only. It has been further stated that what emerges from the detailed production data is that only 28% of industry accounted for as much as 79% of the growth rate. The bulk of the industrial sector, or as much as 60% of it, either grew by less than 5% or suffered a rapid decline. Therefore, I would request the government to look into this matter. I know that they are not complacent about the progress, but if there is imbalance in the growth of the industries and only a few industrial houses are growing and the rest of the industry are not making as much contribution as desired, then it will be a matter for concern. Many speakers have also referred to the textile policy. The earlier speaker also referred to it. Everywhere in all the sectors which are affected by this textile policy, they are agitated over the present textile policy. Cotton growers are agitated, handloom industry is agitated, powerloom industry, and also the cotton textile mills which are in the urban cities are also complaining that because of this policy more unemployment is perhaps being experienced. It is pointed out that nearly 133 miles have been closed, rendering at least 1,66,000 workers jobless. That is the main point of agitation as far as the workers are concerned from the point of view of unemployment. Next Monday, thousands of workers from Bombay are coming to Delhi to demonstrate about the unemployment problem and closure of sick mills in Mumbai. My friend said something about the deployment of military in Tripura. I would not like to join issue with him. He had drawn a parallel between the Punjab elections and Tripura elections. If we consider the matter carefully, the situation was not bad in Punjab after the death of the chief minister and when the elections were declared in Punjab. But in Tripura, the situation was very bad. TNV were butchering the people every day. It was necessary to take steps as far as the central government was concerned. The Disturbed Areas Act was amended only recently and not at the time when Punjab elections were to be held, which came into force recently. The powers under that act enabled the government to deploy military at that time. Stop.